that sound familiar to anybody? Let me refresh your memory. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. This is Jim Ellis. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, click that bell icon, and hit all so you get notifications every time I put out a new and amazing video. When I first started this channel and realized all the idiosyncrasies you need to do, have a nice intro and things like that, and use music, and copyright's an issue. I was scanning through some of my music and I found this song. You can kind of hear it in the background because I'm working on drums. Sorry, I'm working on drums. So what I'm going to do is I am going to re-record the song. Now, since recording that song, I have had at least 2, maybe 3 computer crashes on 2 different computers. It's gone. I mean, I still have, obviously, the mixed down recording. I did the original recording on GarageBand in an 07 MacBook. It was good for the time, and I actually recorded it in my closet. So the sound was okay. However, I didn't know how to mix. I still really don't completely know how to mix. I'm still learning. But with the success of my last song, No Longer Broken, which I think sounds pretty good, I'm going to move forward and re-record some of my older stuff. On top of that, meeting with a guy today about the possibility of learning how to do concerts on my own and actually start making, a living as a musician, which is what I've always wanted to do. So I'm preparing the music for that purpose. Now, I've done some screen grabs to show you what I do in this process. This may interest you, it may not, and I won't spend, 15, 20, 30 minutes running through a screen grab of, this program. I have much more video footage than that, but I will edit it to make it at least somewhat interesting for you, whether you know how to edit or not. And ultimately, if you are someone who knows how to edit and you see something I do wrong, please put a comment and tell me. I am not the kind of guy that says, don't tell me what to do. I'm not that guy. I am not that guy. So if you're a teacher, if you're someone who just says, hey, you know what, I know a better way to do that, let me tell you something, please feel free, put a comment, let me know. So the song is called All My Days, and when I wrote it, I was in Branson, Missouri. I had been there a little over a year, and I sent the song to a friend of mine by the name of Chuck Myers, who used to be a roommate of mine in Bible college, and fantastic guitarist, and he sent me back a Dropbox folder full of guitar tracks. That's the guitar you hear on this song. Now, I lost those in the process too, and I happened to touch base with him a few months back, and asked him if he knew where they were. By any chance, did he still have them? Well, lo and behold, he did, and he sent them to me. So part of what you're going to see me do, I'm going to redo the drums with digital drums on the computer itself, using Studio One. I am going to, and as you can hear, I have the original track up top here in what used to be, now called the drum. You can't see it, but I have the original track that I'm listening to, and I'm putting the drums in separate channels so that I can mix them later. I'm going to re-record all the instruments, the keyboard, the bass guitar, and I'm going to edit the tracks he gave me, just like I did before. And I didn't even realize this. I didn't remember this until I heard the tracks again, that he actually didn't do the at the beginning of his recording. He did it later, and I just took it and edited it and cut it, copied it and pasted it into the front and turned it into the guitar solo or the intro solo at the beginning. I think it's a pretty good arrangement. I like it, but it's my song. I'm biased. After I do all that, my hope and prayer is that my buddy Chris Kreider will also put drums to this one, but he doesn't know I'm going to ask him. He's already planning on putting drums to No Longer Broken, and I'm in the process of getting stems ready for him to do that. Hopefully, I can get this one done too, and he'll be able to do that next time he's home. Let me cut you over to some of the screenshots, and you can see what I did to make this song come to life again. All right, so the first thing I have to do is go find the song. And that song is in my songs folder, and it's called All My Days. I've already set it up quite a while. I downloaded it. First things first, though, I am going to open up Studio One, which is the program I use for recording. I used to use GarageBand because it came with the MacBook I had at the time. And since then, I've upgraded to Studio One through VoiceOver and things of that nature. Now, I've opened Studio One here. The last song I created was No Longer Broken. And I forget exactly how I set that up. So since I forgot essentially how I set it up, I am going to open it and I will highlight everything and delete it. There's a method behind my madness. I am then going to save it as a completely new song, which will be called All My Days. Now, Studio One sets it up in weird ways. I'm just going to put it under my songs folder, call it All My Days. It'll set up its own folder. We're good to go. Now, there's one other thing I need to find, which I believe is going to be in iTunes. All right, so that's the one I want. I am going to, hello, gimme, there we go. First thing I'm going to do is check and see if this works. I don't think it will. Oh, it will. Look at that. Now the drums are basically how I want them, and I'm sure they will be modified as things go. I'm going to grab the acoustic guitar in a new Finder window. It is saved under, in the desktop, My Songs, All My Days, Jim Ellis, All My Days Guitar. Now we've got Acoustic 1. There's Acoustic Guitar 2, which he probably did little lip riffs or something. So I am going to take Acoustic... Now, here's the problem. If I grab this and drag it here, Studio One for some reason does not accept MP3 files. So what I need to do is go over here to Audacity. Audacity is a free shareware program, if you aren't aware what it is. Now it'll come up here with a stereo track. What I'm simply going to do is I'm going to Control A to select it all. And then I'm going to, it's not Control, it's Command on a Mac. Command Shift E allows me to export it. Now it's set automatically at MP3 files because that's usually what I do with VoiceOver. So I'm going to change it to a WAV file. Okay, got it. Where am I going to put it? I guess I'll just put, no, I don't want to put it in No Longer Broken. Let's put it, well, interesting. Let's put it in the file I was just in, which is My Songs, All My Days, Jim Ellis, All My Days Guitars. So we'll just call it All My Days Guitars, and it'll be a WAV file instead of an MP3. So click OK, and that'll go, and I don't know why WAV files they're so quick. It's amazing. Now I don't need to save this because I've already saved it as a file, so I won't save it. Now I open up that Finder window again, and there it is as a WAV file, and I drag it over here, and look at that, it takes it, acoustic guitar. Now hopefully he, when recording it, recorded it straight from the beginning, and there we're on time. If not, we're going to do a little, it looks like we're going to do a little adjusting, but that's okay. So he starts out, looks like on beat 1 of, hello, where are you? Wow, I can't even hear it. Which means I need to turn up acoustic guitar as loud as I can so I can hear it. Looks like it's a hair off still, so sounds like it's a little behind, but I'm going to move it forward just because in case my ears were messing with me. I was. Now, mix that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and mute the track. See, so now I have something to follow with my other music. I could sing to it, I can play to it, and it's not just drums. You are pure and holy, whatever the words are, I'm not sure there. Now I'm going to bring the electric guitar in. I'm going to, let's see which one. Well, the one with the leads on it. I don't think that has a lead on it. Let's see what this one's got. There you go. Little licks in between. Little licks in between. Let's see how that goes. So again, this is a MP3, so forgive me for wasting your time. I will probably edit this out for you. It's interesting. How does he have that set up? There's no way of knowing. It was 10 years ago. Give me a break. Okay, a little off. Let's just go ahead and bring this sucker down. That's going to be the lead into the... Okay, well, now you see the guitar's in there. Now I just got to figure out exactly where it goes. Okay, so as I'm sure I have already mentioned on this video, I had a buddy do the guitar for all this song. Or, yeah, he did all the guitar for this song. However, I couldn't find what I wanted to hear in the break in the chorus. And since I can do it, I'm going to put my contribution via guitar. Wait till you see the amazing stuff that I can do on this thing. Do I rock or don't I? Problem is, let me show you something. Can you see how big those waveforms are? It means I'm way too loud and I'm overdriving. See this red dot right there? Yeah, I overdrove it. So we're gonna re-record it. Okay, so I just need to turn the volume down. Go back, hit record, and try it again. Okay, now I have a very good waveform. Now I have a very good looking waveform, and I can hopefully mix that in really nicely. And we're going to want to go put, I think the delayed stuff's already on it. So I'm going to normalize that. I think it'll come out better if it's normalized. Aren't I just amazing? I'm kidding. Hey, thanks for sticking around so far. I know this is a fairly long video for me. And it would have been a lot longer if I had done my original plan, which was to show you the whole song. I'm probably going to make several parts based off of this one song. It should be fun. Now, thanks again for sticking around so long, even if it was just to stick around to see the special announcement I told you about at the beginning. What I wanted to share with you is this. You may have noticed that I completely removed any reference to the unemployed entrepreneur. There's a reason for that. I have made a connection, an alliance, if you will, with some people who are training me on the art of doing house concerts. I am a musician. I'm a Christian first. I'm a musician second. It's the gifting God has given me. I have, at the risk of this sounding self-depreciating, I don't mean it that way at all. I really don't have any other gifts that I can go out and do well and earn a living at. So I am going to push forward. I may seem like a 18-year-old kid saying, I'm going to make it. No, I'm not concerned. One of the fun little jokes, if you will, that I like to make about making a living is I don't have to be rich and famous. Rich and relatively unknown is fine with me. But seriously, I have an opportunity to be able to do my music on a regular basis, do 2, 3, 4 house concerts a week, make a decent living, and move forward. And be able to do what I want to do without the stress of having to go do all the other jobs that the unemployed entrepreneur was doing. So I'm taking their advice and I'm moving forward, and I'm going to change everything on this page to represent simply me, Jim Ellis. Now that's what my page is really called under Google. I tried to change the name of the page to Unemployed Entrepreneur, but then it would have changed everything on Google to the Unemployed Entrepreneur, and I didn't want to go that route, and I'm glad I didn't. So all that to say, the Unemployed Entrepreneur is not necessarily dead, but we're moving to the next stage, and I'm going to consider myself gainfully employed as a musician. Some of that is said in faith, but I'm believing it's going to happen soon. Having said all that, let me also say this. With the house concerts, I need you. Maybe you need me. It's a possibility. We could be a good team together. So if you have a nice place, your living room, your backyard, that you wouldn't mind sharing the music of a guy like me for, say, 15 to 30, even maybe 40 people, costs nothing to the host to go there. We simply just ask that those who come support the artist, because let's face it, artists are worthy of their hire. They're not just out to get exposure. Exposure is what kills people. You'll get that joke in a minute. But we just need your support. I, as an artist, a musician, need your support. And if you are willing and or able to put on a house concert, make a comment below or hit me up on Facebook, whatever's best for you. I appreciate you all watching my videos, coming to my channel. Please give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe and share. And again, I thank you. This is all about you. Guys, I appreciate you and I thank you, and I hope you'll stick with me, and I look forward to sticking with you. God bless you guys. Have a great day.